Good afternoon, YouTube. We're going to do a little informal review. This is my carry gun. It is a CZ P10s, optics ready. They discontinued the optics ready model, but you could get it milled if you have one. They're available used, and you can still find them different places, but they discontinued it. This is brand new this year, I believe. The Arex Delta Gen 2 optics ready. So I have them in the same configuration. And you can see that the CZ is just a little bit shorter. So that's why I carry it. Pretty much the only reason I carry this over the Arex is the size. The Arex weighs less, but once you fully load it, they weigh about the same. Holds 12, the CZ holds 12. The Arex holds 15, and then they make a mag +2 extension. You could have 17 in there. I'm sure you could have a +2 on here also. So you could have 13, 12 + 1, or you could have 16, 15 + 1. That's a 15 round magazine, I'm sorry. For the trigger, that's where we get into I don't know. Okay, pricing. This was $550. This was $386, I think. So $150 less for the Arex. Accuracy is pretty much a wash, but it's the trigger that really gets me. Okay, it's heavy. I don't like how heavy it is. You can't do anything because it's partially cocked striker, something to do with the striker. The way it operates, you can't really do anything about it. So you can polish it and get it down to 5.5 pounds or 5 pounds, but it's at 6 pounds. That's kind of heavy to me. But for a defense gun, I mean, yeah, that's perfectly fine. So the trigger, I have already cleared the weapon, but you'll see there's no creep or anything. Okay, that's not creep, that's nothing. Okay, that's the first stage. Once you push it at all, it breaks. There's no, I've tried many times to get it, and here's the reset. Very short, and then it doesn't move at all, and it goes again. Do reset one more time. All right, CZ. Now, I spent $100 on this trigger because the stock trigger is less than desirable. HBI Industries trigger was $65. And then I had to put a striker, OCZ striker, which is about $40 in here. So I spent $100 on the trigger. And you'll see there's some mush in here. Once you get to the wall, you can move it a little bit. See that? Now on the stock trigger, it was way worse. But it's like a rolling brake. And once you finally get here, it breaks. There's the reset. It's a little bit more than the Arex, and then once again you can mushy with it here. I don't like that. Okay, so definitely I like the Arex trigger better. I wish it was 4 pounds, you know, I wish it was 2 pounds, but it's 6 pounds. Okay, I was just testing my P10. I have quite a bit of experience shooting it. I'm rusty. It's, you know, handgun shooting this year. I haven't done much. But you can see I had a couple on the left, a couple on the right, a couple on the left, a couple on the right. But I had 8 right where I need them. There's 8 up there with 1 a little off. 2, 2, and 8. I don't have the same. I kind of ran out of targets. This was me dialing in the Hollow Sun 407K. dialing it in, you know, I started, these were, you know, just my first shots of the day, kind of off. Then I ended up down here, adjusted up. I ended up here, group here. Then I adjusted right, and I went way too far over, and I got over here. And then I got it right in the middle, and I unloaded a full mag, and you could see I got it dead on at 15 yards or 17 yards. Trying to get, now the suppressor height sights are FN. They cost 50 bucks. FN sights fit the Arex. It's the cheapest I could find for suppressor height. That way I can co-witness with the red dot. I don't know if you can see it or not. I'll turn it up. I can co-witness, okay? And then we'll do the same thing. Now the CZ, the built-in night sight, and it co-witnesses. But you could barely see it. But you could use it in emergency, and I have when the optic got wet and I couldn't see the reticle. I was able to make hits without, you know, by using the irons. Both of them have a trick for the 407K. I have another video, look it up, how to make the screws. You got to cut 3 or 4 threads off. An M4 by 10 screw is too long, and it hits the bottom of this, and you need to Dremel off 4 threads. On the Arex, you need to Dremel off 2 threads. So I have a video on that, watch that. If you want to install this optic, which is, I think, the best optic, it's 6 MOA. So for defense, you can pick it up real quick. And even from far away, I can make hits 50 yards, no problem. I don't see why, you need a 1 MOA dot on a handgun. 6 is great, I like it. So 407K, I bought this used for 170 bucks. Or brand new for $225, I believe. You can see I've dropped it. I've done things and it works. The one time I got rain in it down in the emitter, which if you're carrying it concealed, it's not gonna get wet when you pull it out. But I just left it outside in the rain just to see what would happen, and I couldn't see the center of the dot. I could see it out of the corners like that, but I couldn't see it out of the middle. I could just see it out of the corners. So anyway, I hope this review was helpful. The accuracy, I don't know, I'm not practiced right now. I'm not really doing very good at shooting, but it was just to pretty much get my red dot on. I got that, and I confirmed that the CZ was still decent because I actually did pull it off to see if it would even fit on here good before I bought the used one. And then I replaced it, and I didn't adjust it at all, and you can see it's still, a little high, but depending on what distance you're at, if I moved up closer, I think it would be lower. So 15 yards is kind of far away. I say, 7 yards is good, but hey, do with this information what you will. Thank you for watching.